Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you a touch of Thanksgiving style. As a florist, Thanksgiving is filled with memories of creating centerpieces, one after another, after another, after another. Line them up, pump them out. It wasn't a lot of creativity. How many zillions of design bowls did I fill? Tuck in a taper candle, make sure there was autumn leaves, and then chrysanthemums, carnations, and if it was really special, maybe a rose or two, and finish it up and send it out the door. By the time Thanksgiving truly rolled around, I didn't want to see another design bowl or another taper candle for anything. So when it came time to create my own centerpiece, I was always looking for something a little bit different, something a little unique. And that's the style I want to share with you today. Style begins with choices. Autumn leaves are a lot more than just vine maple or pin oak. Autumn leaves could be green. Solal's out in the autumn, so it's an autumn leaf. Italian ruscus, that's available in the autumn. If you really need color, what about the vibrant wygelia? It's an autumn leaf, and oh my gosh, what great color. Then instead of the traditional orange and yellow and rust, how about a fresh spin on the orange, using more of an apricot? This Juliet rose from David Austin Roses, an English garden rose, just stunning. Then filling in with brown, but instead of traditional cattails, going to the Protea family with a leucadendron. And then adding more fun with snowberries in pink, hydrangeas, heptacodium, fabulous materials that shout Thanksgiving and autumn, but without the traditions. For my container, I decided to make a square peg fit in a round hole. So going to a cube type container and adding candles, that they too are squares as opposed to the tapers or a traditional votive. It's clear, so I didn't want my foam to show. So I added foam, but I wrapped it with tea leaves. That way the green shows through, looks beautiful, anchored in place. The candles, some I'll just leave on the tabletop, but I want one up inside as well. So for that, a little bit of stickum, rolled into a snake, turned into a donut, added on to an anchor pin, and then just set that down onto the bottom of the candle holder, and that way I can set it right into the foam. Those of you who have attended classes with me, either in the Learning Center or through home study, know that the rule of thumb when it comes to Leanne's theories is that you have to have 3 foliages in every design to make it look interesting and fabulous. So I'm going to start with a bit of the Italian ruscus, cutting it down, and then letting it come out a little bit long. You can actually pierce through the leaf into the foam. And then others coming up close to the candle. Through the foam again, actually through the leaf into the foam. And over. A little bit of the solal. And a little bit of the wygelia for color. And then repeat that. Maybe some more solal, pulling off damaged leaves. And radiate all the stems into the center so it creates a beautiful nest that then will support the flowers, thinking symmetrically, but not perfectly equal. So a little longer here, maybe a little longer over here. Working on a round format, but not a stiff circle, softened, so that the materials just kind of blend together, adding a little more color. When are you done? When you run out of foliage, or you just get bored of placing leaves and can't wait to move on to the flowers. The light green of the hydrangea will really brighten the center of the arrangement, but I don't need all the foliage. So I'm going to take that off, and then give it a cut, and set it down low so it tucks in underneath the other flowers, one towards the back, and then one towards the front, balancing from side to side, and again coming in quite low, tucking it in there. There we go. Then a few berries. The snowberries come in white and pink, and I just love this soft pink color. It'll be a nice contrast to the apricot of the roses and be a surprising twist in an autumn color. When you think of oranges and yellows, you don't think of pink, but isn't it fabulous? Finding, there we go, getting it in there. Just letting it drape. And again, radiating everything to that central binding point. Bring it out both sides. Balancing symmetrically. There we go, maybe one more over here. And then coming back to the protea. Now, the leucadendron variety is very heavy, but visually it adds such substance to the design. Finding it whole, maybe even grouping 2 or 3 together. And I just break them. They're so woody that you don't even actually use your knife. Many times you just snap them, drop them in. Maybe a couple more. Bring them over to the opposite side so that I've created a triangle with the protea to visually balance that weight. Keeping them grouped. And then turning it, making sure that the balance is symmetrical all the way around. The Joliet rose really will add so much romance to this design. Tucking some in very low, bringing some out a little bit further. Piercing straight through the leaf and then getting it down into the foam nice and deep. The lower it is in the foam, the longer it's going to last because it'll be down into the water reservoir. Make sure that it can drink well. Doing the same thing on the opposite side, turning it so that you can see, filling it in, and then bringing in a few more. I really, really need one right up here so that when you look down on it, it just shouts beautiful roses. And coming out to the side again. And then one more up towards the top, filling in on this side. And turning it. And 2 more on the outer edges, carrying your eye downward, low, almost down, leaning towards the tabletop to drape it more like a traditional centerpiece in an untraditional manner. To add a little more autumn texture and to help transition the color from the pink of the snowberry to the apricot of the roses, we need to use the heptacodium. It's got that nice dark color, very fluffy. Need to cut it down, don't want it to be quite so full, and then just set it down in between where it adds a softness. And repeat. Maybe bringing it up between the roses here. Don't need a whole lot, just a bit to add color contrast, a little bit of excitement. It picks up the color of the candle as well, combining everything. So it becomes a unifier, a blender of all the colors. And once again, turning it, looking for balance, and making sure if there's a spot that a little bit of foam shows, go back and add just a little more of the heptacodium. As I'm working here, I notice that this side is a little bit shorter than this side. I can remedy that by just adding a little more snowberry, breaking it down, and then letting it trail outward on this side as well. And that's something that happens so frequently when you're working. You go along and you think, you know, it's not quite balanced. So it's important to step back, take a look and say, okay, do I have it symmetrical? It doesn't have to match perfectly all the way around, but it has to balance from side to side. And so you step back, you turn it, you look, you double check. And when you're happy, then you add the rest of your candles. Maybe put it over on this side, light the candles, and you're ready for a party. With the abundance of autumn materials available to us today, it's easy to have Thanksgiving style. There's so many choices, and the choices are yours. For more creative inspiration, refer to our video library at flowerschool.com. There are literally dozens of fabulous videos to inspire you for your own Thanksgiving. And if you like the holiday as much as I do, one centerpiece is never enough. I create a way, one for family, one for friends, one for myself. So check out our Thanksgiving video. It's a full DVD, more than an hour of inspiration and creativity, all perfect for the Thanksgiving season. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll help you with your Thanksgiving questions and arrangements. You can reach us through the website at flowerschool.com, or if it's easier, pick up the telephone and give us a call at 1-800-819-8089. And as always, you're welcome to contact me personally through my personal email. If you've got questions or if you want to share a picture, I do love to see. My email is Leanne at leanne@floraldesigninstitute.com. For now, happy Thanksgiving to you. Have fun and do something you love.